Good morning, everyone. I've got the YouTube going this morning, and I purchased a tripod, so I have my phone on as well. And I think people from Instagram will be able to view as well. So we'll give a couple of minutes for people to roll in, but I hope your week has been well. I feel the fatigue of my travels have worn off, and I feel fresh. If you have access to the chat, go ahead and drop in with a hello. If you feel comfortable mentioning your name, it'd be great to know who's joined online, who all has. Oh, that's cool. You get to see. Let's see if anyone's on. Hmm. We'll give a couple minutes. And as we're waiting, let's just spend some time settling on the mat. I've been playing a lot of tennis, so today's stretching and movement will be really good for me. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you everyone for joining Sunday Morning Movement. My name is Imran. I'm the owner and founder of BP Harmony, a place for holistic recovery or holistic recovery from the acute phases of bipolar disorder, whether it be mania or depression. This is a one-stop shop for all things related to getting back to a place where one is stable and able to do the things that they love in life. So today's class is titled Yoga for Racing Thoughts. Racing thoughts are one of the most common symptoms or one of the most common experiences for those suffering from bipolar. And even for someone that doesn't have the diagnosis, often racing uncontrollable thoughts can disturb our peace of mind. It can make us a bit disoriented. It can prevent us from having a good night's rest. And so yoga for racing thoughts is good for a lot of people because it's a salient feature of modern life. So maybe about the first 15, 20 minutes of class today, we're going to focus on breath work. Breath is the first place we want to return to when we find ourselves in a place where our thoughts are racing. So write this down on a note card or anything that helps you remember that when my thoughts are racing, I return to the breath. Again, when my thoughts are racing, I return to the breath. So, how do we breathe? Well, let's place our hands on our stomach. And when we take an inhale with our nose, our stomach will expand. And when we exhale, our stomach contracts. So go ahead and do that. Let's do that a couple of times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and do that a couple more times. Inhale. Now the question becomes, how do I inhale and exhale? Whether it's through my nose or through my mouth? For our purposes, since we're going to be focusing on grounding our racing thoughts, I'd like to teach you how to breathe as follows. We will inhale with our nose, and the way we exhale is exhale as if you're checking your breath. Now close your mouth and do that same kind of motion with the throat as if you are exhaling with the mouth, but close the mouth and exhale with the nose also. So inhale with the nose and exhale. Still doing the same thing with our stomach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and do that on your own. Inhale, exhale. Do that a couple more times. Let your stomach extend as you inhale and protract as you exhale. And it's okay if your chest also expands, but let it expand after your stomach is fully expanded. So inhale and exhale. Again, we inhale with the nose and exhale with our mouth closed, but as if we're checking our breath. You might notice your heart rate increase, your temperature is increasing. That's okay. Oftentimes, when we are caught up in our thoughts, we're not breathing, we're holding our breath, we're clenching our teeth, constricting our lungs. So take a deep inhale with the nose and exhale. Now that we've learned how to inhale and exhale, I'd like to introduce to you a form of breathing that's become popular in the West, known as Wim Hof breathing. Wim Hof breathing is one of the most effective ways that I was able to taper off of medication. And I, my cousin, who is a physician, introduced it to me when I was having a hypomanic episode, and it was a powerful, natural way, just through breath work, of helping me ground my energy and come back to a state of stability. And it is energizing and grounding at the same time, where we will take 30 consecutive inhales and exhales. And then in the last exhale, we will hold our breath for 30 seconds. I'm going to demonstrate 5 repetitions and then hold my breath. So just watch me first. I'll inhale, out, in, out, in, out. No pausing in between breaths, inhalations and exhalations. In, out, in, out. Let me take deep, big, deep breaths. So in, out, in, out. And then the last out after 30 seconds, in and out, we'll purge our breath and hold for 30 seconds. So let's get comfortable in our seats. And then the next 10 seconds, we're going to get ready to do 30 rounds of inhales and exhalations. Ready? In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Move with the breath. Move your body. In, out, in, out. That's 10 breaths. In, out, in, out. In with relaxation, out with stress. In, out, in, out. 15 more. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. In with relaxation, out with stress. In, out, in, out, in, out. 5 more. Let's give it all we've got. In, out, in, out, in, out. No pause. In, out. Last one. Fully in and out. Breath hold for 30 seconds. Don't inhale. Feel your body. Notice your heart has picked up. Temperature has risen. If your hands and feet are tingling, that's okay. The reason we're able to hold our breath for 30 seconds after exhaling because our blood has become very oxygenated now with all of that inhaling and exhaling. 10 more seconds. If you feel the need to breathe, that's okay. Inhale in 3, 2, 1, and hold for 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let it out. So you can do this 3 rounds. Doing this for 3 rounds where you do the 30 breaths and you hold your breath for 30 seconds. If you feel that 37 seconds is easy, increase it to 45 seconds, 1 minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes. In the beginning, I was struggling to do 45 seconds, a minute. And now after about a solid year of practice, I'm able to hold my breath after about 4 or 5 rounds for 3 minutes. So it's a fantastic way to improve our breathing. And it is just a fantastic way that has naturally helped me. If I'm feeling frenetic in any way, if I'm feeling a high energy, Wim Hof breathing is just a fantastic way to ground ourselves. So I'm just going to quickly adjust my camera. It's the first time I'm doing YouTube and Instagram at the same time. So already for a second, but all right. Now that our bodies are super oxygenated, super ready to move, let's go ahead and start moving our body. So, as promised last week, we're going to sit in a different position. So, we're going to place our knees on the ground and sit on our feet. Now, if this isn't available to you, that's okay. You can place a pillow underneath right here. So, for example, if you're having a hard time sitting down, you can place a pillow underneath, and that will make it easier. You can also place the pillow on the ground, and that elevates the hips. So, we can sit like this today. And if it's not available to you, go ahead and you can sit in a position that you feel comfortable. Let's straighten our spine, broaden our shoulders, and relieve any tension in our necks. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll do a couple of twists. Inhale and exhale. Twist. Inhale and exhale. Twist. Inhale and exhale. Let's remember our mantra for today. Return to the breath. Find ourselves uncontrollable thoughts. Racing thoughts are actually one of the hallmarks or the signs of an oncoming hypomanic or even depressive state. We must recognize symptoms, know ourselves, know our triggers, know those things that will lead to energetic imbalance. Let's inhale up and exhale forward fold. All right. If you had a prop, move it over to the side. We'll come on into Arasana or star pose. So star pose is where we bring our feet in front of us, and instead of bringing it all the way close, like a cobbler's pose, we extend our feet like this, so it makes the shape of a diamond, or it makes the shape of a square or a diamond. And here we will kind of open up our hips. I got a couple of requests today to work on the lower back. So we're going to really focus on the lower back, our hips. Let's take a deep inhale from our spine and forward fold. Come back up and forward fold. From here, I'm going to switch to this side, stay in Tarasana. And from here, I'm going to take my right hand onto my left knee, walk my right shoulder as far as it can go to the right, and raise my hands up. Keep breathing. You look down. You look down. You look wonderful. We'll take our left hand on our right knee, and we'll lean our shoulder to our left knee. And from here, raise our right hand up. Look up. You look down. You look up. And look down. There's a lot that goes on in these. They look simple, but you can feel that all sorts of muscles are being engaged. Now we're going to extend our feet, extend our legs into a 90-degree angle. And the way to know whether or not you're doing too much or too little is to set at the corner of the mat, your yoga mat or a rug like myself, and to place one leg along this line and one leg along this line. We don't want to be this much, but if you can go further, don't force it. We always want to be in a place where we're comfortably edgy. All right. Now from here, you all will see how tight I am because I've been playing a lot of tennis. But this is a great time for me to open up my own hips and my lower back. We'll inhale up and exhale, forward fold, keeping the back straight. My goal is to one day be able to reach the ground. And we'll get there, slowly and surely. And we'll come back up, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Keeping the back straight. One more time, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Okay, come back up. Now we'll take our left hand and hook around our big toe. We'll bring our left elbow inside our leg. And from here, we'll raise our right hand above, giving our intercostal muscles here a nice stretch. Let gravity work. Taking a deep inhale and breathing into those intercostal muscles. And come back up. Do it on the other side. Take our right finger, hook it around our big toe, bring our elbow inside our knee, raise our left hand. Be able to be able to look at the ceiling. You don't want your hand in front of you. You want it behind your left ear. Look up, you look down. Look up and Ooh, that feels so good. All right, we'll bring our feet together. Now we will stretch our hamstrings and our lower back. So inhale up and exhale, forward fold. We feel that our thoughts are crashing against the stillness that we're trying to cultivate. That's okay. Let them crash, let them come and visit you, and then let them wash away like the waves of the ocean. Come back up, and here we're going to raise our hand and try to keep our back straight as we come. It's very easy to just kind of hunch over and, and things like over super flexible, but it becomes incredibly challenging and we engage those muscles that we're trying to open up if we keep our spine erect. And the way to do that is to pretend that there is a string tied to our sternum and that something is pulling it. So we're inhale out and exhale forward fold. You can see how before I could almost touch my chest, but when I keep my back straight, so much more challenging. All right, we'll bring our right foot in into the side, and we'll do the same thing, but giving more emphasis to our left leg. Inhale up and exhale forward. And let your head hang. And we'll do that on the other side, bringing our right foot out and our left foot on the inner right side. We'll inhale up and exhale forward fold. And we'll come back up. Let's get on tabletop position. From here, we'll do some cat cows. So the way, again, we do cat cow is when I can have our feet either with our toes pointing or on the ground, your choice. And we'll begin by raising our tailbone, dropping our stomach, raising our chest, extending our neck forward. And then we begin by dropping our tailbone, raising our stomach, dropping our chest, and dropping our neck. So inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Now from here, in order to open up our psoas, we're going to do the triathlete psoas stretch. We've done this many times, but we're going to go through it. The steps: karate kick with our right foot, extend our left hand, and just feel the balance. Inhale, extend, and exhale, elbow to knee, round the spine. Let's do that 5 more times on our own. Well done. Shake it off. Now we'll do that with our left foot. Karate kick. Extend the right hand. Balance here. And inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Really feel that muscle contraction in your glute muscle when you raise up. And last one. Ooh. All right, shake it off. From here, widen your knees, broader than the mat. Bring your toes to touch and sink into child's pose. Child's pose. And from here, we'll come back into tabletop and now send our hips forward. Shine our chest upward and inhale back and forth. Okay, back on tabletop. From here, we're going to get on our backs. So from here, we're going to lie down and we're going to put our right foot on our left knee. And from here, I'm going to take my right hand and thread the needle, bring it in between, and from the other side, grab my shin. If you're unable to grab your shin, you can grab the back of your hip. From here, we're going to try to kiss our ankle. Good job. Good job, ankle. Thank you for all that you do too for me. I would do the same thing on the other side. Put our left ankle on our right thigh. We'll thread the needle with our left hand. Come around and come in for a nice little kiss on the ankle, opening up our hips. And if you just want to hang out here, you can give your back a little massage. Open up that hip more. This feels good down here. All right. We'll come down, extend our feet. wider than the mat. We will kiss our knees together, and I'm going to take hold of opposite elbows. Now, what I'd like to do now is I'm going to uh, drop my knees to the right. I'm going to take my elbows and drop them to the left, and I'm going to look to the right. And now we switch sides. So knees to the left, elbows to the right, and you're looking over to the left side. Switch sides again. To the right, elbows to the left, looking to the right. And if you want to intensify your stretch, you can lift your right foot and place it on your left knee. Now, put some weight, open up, open up your hip a bit more. And from here, we'll switch to the other side. This time, I'm going to take the left foot and drop it onto my right knee. And come back up. We'll roll back on to our onto tabletop, and from here get into plank position and downward facing dog. With downward facing dog, you really feel the stretch in your calf muscles, in your lower back. Seek to create a triangular shape by placing your ears between your biceps. You just hang out. From here, let's switch to plank position. Down chaturanga and upward facing dog. And we'll come back into downward dog. Now, I tried something I haven't in a while. I don't remember how I did it. Yeah, this one's really fun. So we'll come into plank position and fall into downward facing dog. Now widen your feet broader than the mat and bring your hands halfway in the middle. Make your thumbs. And when we get our thumbs to touch, we'll take our right hand and grab hold of our left ankle. Take a deep inhale. We'll bring our right hand back, getting our thumbs to touch. And we'll take our left hand and grab our right ankle. And come back onto the ground and fall back in to child's pose. From here, we'll come back onto our seating position. And we'll begin our final Thoughts are final reflections, meditation. Go ahead and come into a comfortable sitting position, a comfortable lying down position, yogis or yoginis. And we'll remind ourselves of our intention today. Today's yoga class was titled Yoga for Racing Thoughts. Racing thoughts are one of the symptoms of bipolar disorder, and they often can be the warning sign of an oncoming hypomanic or full-blown manic episode. And for that reason, the mantra for today or the lesson for today is once I observe that I have racing thoughts that I cannot control, I return first and foremost to the breath. So today we learned the techniques for breath work, and uh, we also learned a method called Wim Hof breathing, which you can search on YouTube online, and there are guided Wim Hof breathing exercises by the actual Wim Hof himself. It's a fantastic resource that I found incredible healing therein. So let's close our eyes, whether we are lying down or sitting down, and let's scan our bodies from top to bottom. Take a deep inhale and exhale. We'll stop at the. We'll start at our toes. Wiggle our toes. Come up to our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calf muscle, our knees, our thighs, both our quad muscles and our hamstrings. Come up to our pelvis, hips, groin. Come up to our lower abdomen, our lower back, our stomach, our liver. Come up to our sphincter that connects our stomach and esophagus. Come up to our chest, come up to our shoulders, detour down toward biceps, shoulder, our elbows, our forearms, and our fingers. Come back up to our neck, come up to our jaw. If there's any tension in our jaw, we release the tension. Come up to our sinus, our cheekbones. If there's any tension, we let it go. And come up to our eyebrows. And if there's any tension, we let go of the tension in our eyebrow, our forehead, and the crown of our head. Take a deep inhale and exhale. I want you to envision a house, and you're the owner of this house, and to realize that there are many visitors that come to this house every day. These thoughts are those visitors. And my encouragement to you, if you are facing racing thoughts, is to take this image of a house and to treat your thoughts as a guest, and that there's something to learn from these thoughts. But like every guest, there's also a time for the guest to leave and to simply observe instead of making a judgment about whether, making a judgment and letting that thought turn into negativity and spiral out of control. Withhold judgment and simply observe. And you'll see that once that thought is given attention, that it's seeking, or a part of your body that is feeling disturbed, it says thank you, we say thank you, and it leaves the house. But withholding judgment can be a challenging exercise. He said, she said, he did that, she did that, I should have done that, I could have, I would have, I should have. But these thoughts wash over the waves of the ocean and return our awareness back in our house, back to the breath. The more we practice this, the more we will realize silence between our thoughts. And that silence is ourselves. That silence is the quietude that we seek. And sometimes I get quite emotional when I realize how negligent I've been of myself because of how much those thoughts have been bombarding me and how much I identify with those thoughts. So seek the silence in between, and there you shall find yourself. Turn to the breath. Let's open our eyes, wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers. If you're lying down, lean over to the right side and push up with your left hand. Thank you so much for joining me for Sunday Morning Movement. I feel like I'm getting better and better at this, and I hope this is providing value to you. If you have any questions, you can send me a chat on YouTube, on Instagram. You can also find me on bpharmony.com. My email address is info@bpharmony.com. Check out the website. We've got a bunch of cool things that you can do on the website. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, I am just starting the marketing process, and I'm really enjoying the process. I'm really grateful to be at this place and to have such a supportive audience and a loving community that's shown me a lot of support. I really appreciate it when people reach out and say, the work that I'm doing is needed and it's important. So that's a validation from the market that it's good. And then um, also people just reaching out. I hope you don't feel like that you in order to talk to me that you have to do an appointment or pay lots of money. My goal really is to help people, and to I needed this sort of help 4 years ago, and now that I've learned the lessons that I've learned, I'm hoping to pay it forward. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you next week, and take care. Bye.